Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, being here, being you, be the best you. There's only one of you here. Thank you for sharing your time with me, watching this video, and for being a part of my dream and my journey. So
you are under spells, people. You're under spell. I ain't under no spell. You are. You're under a spell.
I just have a quick video talking about Netflix's Nemesis, which has been making its rounds on social media as a show to watch. And it was funny because some people compared it to Beauty in Black, and I guess it's from the writers or the creators of Power. So people were saying it's like a medium. People were also saying it's like a Tubi movie with a higher budget or something like that. So overall the reviews were like kind of funny, but for the most part everybody liked this show. So I was like, bet. I had already watched Man on Fire, so I was like, let me watch this as well. It only has like 7 episodes, I think, so it really doesn't take long. I think they're like an hour long though, but oh no, it has 8 episodes. But so much goes on in one episode that like it's worth it to sit down and like binge all 8, because so much is going on in each episode. Like you would think one episode is like 2, but in terms of the comparisons, me personally, I don't think this is like Beauty in Black at all. This had a plot, it had a story, and it went. The only time it didn't was when that dude shot the cops. I was like, what the fuck? But honestly, I just thought he was mad because his cousin had died, and I just thought that was his way of getting revenge on cops. So that's just what I saw that as. I just saw him like totally not thinking, just seeing the cops, thinking about his uncle, right? His baby uncle, and just, yeah, this wrong, you know? But it was not at all like a Beauty in Black. Beauty in Black is kind of all over the place. Tyler Perry's 8 episodes, it's not the same. You know, then you got the repetition, then you got, of course, the actors and the characters and everything, and of course it's more dramatic and stuff like that. Nemesis was not like that at all. It actually had a story and everything. So yeah, I kind of see why people said it was like a Tubi movie. I feel like people just said that because I don't know, maybe it was the camera or something they used. I feel like if they use like a more, not better camera, but you know, if they change the lighting a little bit, maybe the camera, I feel like people wouldn't have looked at it that way, because obviously the budget was there. They had their own clothes. Now maybe they brought their own clothes in, I don't know, but the budget was there. They had designer clothes. Look at the homes that they had. I mean, even them, the shooting and everything like that, like the budget was there, you know? So I don't think, in my opinion, that it was like too bad. I know some people, everybody has their opinions. Some people didn't like the acting and stuff like that, but it really wasn't that bad. So yeah, let's get into the cast, or let's get into the show for real. So this show is basically about a cop who has like beef with this guy named Coltrane, because apparently Coltrane killed this cop's co-worker, partner. You know how cops, they be having partners. Do they do that in real life? I think they do. But yeah, it was like his trainee or something like that. He ended up dying on one of their, you know, going to arrest or whatever. And he's like, Coltrane did it. Mind you, they already had the guy that did it, but mind you, Coltrane did do it. But they set up like some other guys that like that to take the fall. So they technically had the guy, right? So of course, as he's like after Coltrane this whole time, because obviously Coltrane, he's like doing all these other missions. He's like robbing, stealing money. But honestly though, I don't think it was that bad. I honestly think he was helping the streets out a little bit, because one of them, that jewelry heist, they were literally going to sell the diamonds on the black market, which was illegal and stuff anyways. So I feel like Coltrane would be doing y'all a favor. Is it legal? No. But who made the laws? A person made the laws. So does it matter? No. So, but yeah, that's basically what it's about. And his name is Styles, Isaiah Styles. So Styles is just going after Coltrane, and that's basically what it's about. He has this obsession with Coltrane because he believes that Coltrane killed his partner, which he was right, and he was right on a lot of things. But mind you, Coltrane is smart. Him and his wife, I believe, Ebony, they are smart. You know, Coltrane ain't just doing this illegal stuff and just sitting down doing this illegal stuff. Like, no, Coltrane did this illegal stuff and started investing, right? Businesses. He does stuff for the community. So to like the public, it looks like Coltrane is like this criminal gone good. Criminal gone, helping community, learned his lesson, da da da. But Isaiah Styles is like, no, you're not gonna fool me. So yeah, that's what the whole show, like, overall is about. And of course, because of this obsession, and he keeps trying to blame Coltrane, like, oh my god, he was so annoying. Because mind you, he was doing illegal stuff too. Like, you spying on people, you got this fake necklace on your wife to spy on people and get into people's homes, you popping up at people's place, like at the cemetery and stuff while he grieving. Like, this man was doing a lot of illegal stuff too, you know, just to get Coltrane. But of course, to everybody else, he looked freaking psycho, and they're just like, bro, you gotta stop with this Coltrane stuff. Like, it's not Coltrane. Like, you look stupid. And every time he was trying to get evidence or something, like, he just looked more and more like a dumbass instead of just letting it go. Because once again, Coltrane and his team are smart. They obviously have rats, or what is it called, moles or something, in the LAPD. So obviously they have people working for them. They're smart, they cover their tracks, they know what they're doing. So every time Isaiah Styles was trying to like uphold a piece of evidence or something, like, it didn't work. So he genuinely looked obsessed, even though he was right the whole time. You just couldn't prove you were right. But that's not where it ends, right? So not only is he obsessed with Coltrane, this dude is obsessed with Coltrane more than he is obsessed with his own family and marriage, okay? Because this man, Isaiah Styles, who's a cop or detective, because he's so obsessed with his job, his wife is literally like, I am about to divorce you because you're never home. Every time we have something planned, you don't come. Every time you say you're going to do something, you don't follow through. He has a son. The son is like 15, 16. So he's not really there for his son. He's missing his son's sports game. He took the son out to a restaurant and left the son at the restaurant just to go and follow a tip. And then when they asked him why he did that, he was like, well, what's the son's name? Noah wanted to know what was on the thing, and da da da. And it's like, wow, like, you ain't shit. Like, you literally do not take accountability for your actions. Yes, you're trying to find this criminal, and we on your side with finding this criminal. But what you're not gonna do is leave your own son when you were supposed to be having a daddy Sunday. And mind you, this man knows that his wife does not like him at work all the time. But to him, he's like, he just does not care. Mind you, he's sleeping in the doghouse, the guest house and stuff. But he just does not care. And then, of course, his wife, Candace, she ends up, you know, meeting this Malik guy who's like I think he's an attorney or some shit. And she ends up meeting him. Well, not meeting. They dated previously before she dated Isaiah. But, of course, as Isaiah's not showing her attention to stuff, she's going towards this Malik guy. But as she's going towards this Malik guy, Isaiah still does not care. Season 2, I want to see a divorce. I want to see it happen. Divorce, call it a day, co-parent. So yeah, I think that's it that I have to say for like the styles. Isaiah, Candace. Oh, also too, Isaiah had a brother that was killed in a robbery because Isaiah's dad, called Nightmare, is like gangbangers shoot him up, and you know, but he's old as fuck. Like, this is an old grandpa for real though, you know. But because so his brother ended up doing stuff with his dad, gangbanging stuff and all that stuff, so the son ended up dying. So of course the Isaiah is like, you got my brother killed. So he's beefing with his daddy over that. He's beefing with his dad because his dad wanted him to join the streets, but he's like, no, I'm not doing that, da da da. But then everybody's like, you're still like your dad because you're still not making time for your family because you're still running these streets. You might be doing it in a cop lawful way, but you're still the same. And it's true. He was still the same. You know, sometimes we can hate our parents so much that we literally morph into them. And if you don't get a hold on it, like while you're younger and stuff, you're going to end up being your parent, right? Same thing here. Yeah, you might be a cop and all that stuff, but you don't pay attention to your family. You don't know what's going on with your kid. don't even know what's going on with your wife. Like, you're literally obsessed with another man. Are you gay? Well, he ain't gay. let's not carry out that storyline, because he's not gay. He's just very good at his job or whatever, you know. And that's okay, you know. But like, he definitely could have been home a little bit more, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what happened with the Styles family, right? So he got all that going on. Then we go to Coltrane and Ebony. They are, like I said, I believe married, and she had a miscarriage and stuff. So Coltrane was like, I'm gonna get out the game. Like, he took time with her. He took like 7 months off from like, doing work and doing jobs, they called it. And honestly, to me, like, Coltrane, that was so sweet. As much as he might be a criminal and stuff, at the end of the day, he's there for his wife, and that is so sweet to me. Like, when she had a miscarriage, he was affected too, and he was like, I'm gonna take time off with you, I'm gonna sit here with you, we gonna figure this shit out, like, so that way I don't have to be like, you know, it made something click in both of them. And I just think that was so beautiful in terms of their story. But obviously he ends up doing another job because he has this team of like 3 other guys that obviously need money, obviously have families, mouths to feed. So he's like, I have to do it, but we're gonna do 3 jobs and I'm done, I'm out, and we can like get up and go, baby. So that was like sweet. And both of them are very, very smart. Ebony, she, after her having the miscarriage and stuff, she's like, I just don't look at life the same, I don't want to do this stuff anymore, because she was doing jobs with him as well, you know, just creating alibis and helping him to basically not get caught, right? You know, the first mission that they did where they stole the poker money, they was the alibi was that they was having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of them is loyal to each other, and I love that. It was giving a little bit of like Bonnie and Clyde to me. So yeah, but Ebony is so smart. As much as she didn't want to do it anymore, because once again, her almost becoming a mom, it just changed her mindset. And she was like, she's scared and stuff now. She doesn't know if things are gonna go wrong. But as much as she did not want to be in it, she still knew what was going on, and she still had a plan when shit was starting to hit the fan, you know. And I love that, because both of them were just so smart, and it just gave power couple once again. Yes, the things they did were illegal, but hey, it ain't me, so I don't care. No, but for real, both of them were just like a power team. And she ended up getting pregnant again. So obviously he's really out the game, but he missed the plane to like flee the country when the cops was on his ass. So Ebony ended up coming back, and she was like, we're gonna do this my way now, because you fucked up. You had your turn, you had your time, didn't work out, okay, next, you know. And he let her do it. And I love that. I feel like that literally shows teamwork. You know, as much as like Isaiah was a cop and stuff and doing his work or whatever, like this is a whole criminal who can still pay attention to his wife and still come back home to his wife and still pour into his wife. What are you doing? You have no excuse. Like, Coltrane showed Isaiah up, I'm not gonna lie. Who's the better man? Who you want to be with? Coltrane. Like, Coltrane showed Isaiah the fuck up when it came to like family. So yeah, that is basically like the show, right? Of course you have other things and you do have other characters and stuff, but that's basically the show. And he's trying to follow him and prove that he's guilty. So he's trying to get to like the other guys in the team. And the other guys in the team, like I said, they have kids, they have wives, and one of them had a double life. One of them ended up dying, right? Because he was stupid. He's stealing watches, and he's trying to make money off these drops and stuff. Now I'm realizing, like, obviously the cops are gonna know that, like, hello, you literally have all the evidence right here. So, but he was just trying to do so because he was greedy. He didn't have the mindset of like, he just had the mindset of, I got mouths to feed, I'm greedy, I want the Clippers to win, I'm gonna bet on the Clippers, but by gambling I'm losing money, so I need money, I have 2 families, a lot going on with Dion, right? So, but he ended up dying because he got in a shootout with the cops. And then, y'all, they all got in a shootout with the cops, and then Isaiah and his dad got in a shootout with each other. And I'm just like, what is going on? And what was the point of that scene? Because they could have easily just fled. And why wasn't that truck tinted? Was that a last minute scene? Did y'all just write that in there? It's okay if you did. But that's what it's given. And so yeah. It's like, there's not too much I could really go into in terms of details, but I am telling you guys. Also too, I should say the miscarriage that Ebony had was a result of her sister, because it was either Ebony was gonna be alive or the baby was gonna be alive, and the sister chose Ebony. Ebony did not know this, and that's why I said, once again, if I go full into, there's so many secrets and stuff that I can't go, or I personally, not gonna lie, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to go fully into the details. But if you watch the show, you know, you'll fully get into the details. But that's why Ebony just thought that she miscarried, because she didn't know that her sister Charlie had chose that for her. And the reason why Charlie had to do it was because she was next to kin, and Coltrane wasn't there while Ebony was like in the hospital, so Charlie just had to pick, and that's what she chose. And you know, Ebony was like mad about that, but honestly, I don't really see nothing wrong with that. You know, if it's my sister or the baby, of course I'm gonna pick my sister. Or, you know, I know everybody has their own opinions and what they want, you know, say my baby, don't say me, but like, save you, because who do baby mama? Not me. Like, if I had to do it, obviously I'm gonna do it, like. But if I didn't, obviously I'm not. You know, I think Charlie just made a decision that she had to make, and honestly, the husband would have made the same decision. My wife or my baby? My wife. But of course, Ebony was mad about that. Once again, this is a show. It's for entertainment. You need the drama. So of course, Ebony was mad about that. And then of course, they're sisters, so they had their own stuff going on from like childhood, and you know. But you could tell that they obviously love each other. You could tell Charlie loves her sister and would do anything for her sister. So yeah, but if you watch the show, it will get really get more into like more details and stuff like that. This is another show that you have to really sit down and watch, which I, once again, I love. Same thing with Man on Fire. I love a show that makes me like not even look at my phone and stuff, because it's like I don't want to miss a single detail. And also too, with this show, I'm watching it a second time, I'm just like, wow, that like Coltrane's group was so freaking smart and genius. Like how they just knew everything. They knew the time, how he knew to like get his alibis, and it's like you're just continuously catching stuff now, because you know what I'm saying. So this is a show too that maybe you will want to watch maybe twice, and then one more time when the next season comes out. I don't know if there's a confirmed season, but I definitely do rate this show a 10 for me. Once again, I know people was like, this is a 2B movie, and it definitely did have like moments of like, what the fuck, you know, people walking in the camera and shit, girl. But it's a 10. Like, if this was on Tubi, I would like it. I would like it. You know? If this was a Tubi show, I'd be like, damn Tubi, I didn't know you had this in the vault. Like, what? I would definitely be impressed. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. As always, it's nice to see Black excellence and Black representation on our screens. But yeah, 10 for me. I loved it. Hopefully season 2 can like live up to more, because at the end of season 1, Ebony ended up getting arrested, and also too, somebody said that Ebony's fingerprint was on the gun. I'm also trying to peep that and figure that out, but I don't really know for real. I don't know how they peeped that, but Ebony ended up getting arrested. So obviously going into season 2, we're gonna figure all that out. And also too, Ebony was friends with Isaiah's wife as well. That's how Isaiah was able to get into like Coltrane's home, and like I said, doing illegal stuff, going through his stuff, invasion of privacy. Like, do you have a warrant? No. Oh, okay. And that's another thing too, he had a warrant, and he over there messing up the baby nursery. I would sue, but they did end up suing. Ebony and Coltrane was like, you're stalking us, you're bothering us, look at what you did, emotional distress, as y'all should, got the best lawyer in town. You're about to have a lawsuit if y'all don't quit it. So yeah, it was just amazing, and I literally love the brilliance of like how things just played out. So go watch it, y'all. It is good. It's gonna go by fast. It's gonna get you hooked after that first thing. And the soundtrack, Chef's Kiss. That soundtrack, it had me feeling like I was in there like, hold on, let me move in slow motion. Who wants to smoke with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that soundtrack had me ready to hop up in there too. Like, what? Hold on, let me go get my costume so I can like, don't tell nobody I was here though, but I'm about to run with y'all. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? What did you think of the show? Please let me know. You are welcome and safe here. Once again, 10 out of 10. That's my rating. Would I change anything? I don't know. But the thing is, when I first was watching this, I was like, this seems like a show I have seen before, and like, yuck. But you know, Coltrane fine, like, you fine. You so fine. And I love Coltrane because I loved him in The Purge. Because in The Purge, he was doing the same shit. Like, he was saving people, shooting them white folks. Oh my God, y'all, it's turning me on. Shooting them white folks, like, Black King. That's a Black King right there. You know? But Ebony was beautiful too. You know, honestly, all around, great looking cast. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch this fine ass black man. But it was a little boring. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. But ooh, around that episode 4, it do start picking up, and I was like, oh, okay. So I stayed and watched it. I think maybe that's the only thing I would change is like, I don't know, maybe hook us in faster. But at the same time, if this is like a 2, 3, 4 season show, it kind of, you know, you gotta start off a little. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. It's just we're so used to like our attention spans of just being hooked or like just scrolling if we don't like it, and that kind of bleeds into when we're watching shows and movies whole time, like patience, and we have lost the art of a journey, you know, in the process. It be like that sometimes. But at first I definitely was like, I don't know, but it picked up and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, be safe outside. It is summertime, it is warming up. Summer breaks, traveling, vacations, etc., etc. Please be safe. Please watch your surroundings, you know, and responsible in taking any type of drugs, liquor, anything. Be safe at parties. Be kind to each other, you know. If something don't feel right, don't go. Just be safe. Make it back home. It is a blessing to always be in your bed at the end of the night, baby, and start another day. So yeah, I love you guys. Bye.